Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to a review of the To Protect and Serve 3-pack. This 3-pack is a part of a Toon series exclusive to Walmart. So far in 2015, they've released several singles with one new release of Bucky Breakdust, and they've released 4 3-packs, 2 from Tokyo Mater. One of them included the new release of Kabuto with Flames. Then there was a 2-pack released in the last case that appeared somewhere around in July that included the Rescue Squad Ambulance and Dalmatian Mia and Tia. And now currently people are finding at Walmart this 3-pack, which includes all 3 brand new models for the upcoming short To Protect and Serve. Now, you may have not heard much about To Protect and Serve, and unfortunately it was supposed to come out back in spring of 2015, and it has not yet. So it's kind of arose some suspicion whether it will actually get a release or not, but I personally hope it does. And it seems like a great short. As you could see on the package here, you could see Lightning McQueen as a student driver. You could see the caution tape all around the Radiator Springs town and buildings. So I feel like it'd be a great short. It seems like it'd be kind of explore some new characters, and I feel like it'd be really cool. So hopefully in the future they do actually release this short. I'm really looking forward to it. And I did want to mention one quick thing, but actually, on the schedule, it said that I would be reviewing the Circus GT, the Super Chase, and I actually found this just yesterday and thought, okay, I'm gonna ask the Google Plus community members whether or not you guys like to see the To Protect and Serve 3-pack or the Circus GT, and mostly everybody, I believe actually everyone that voted for the To Protect and Serve set. So I just wanted to tell you guys that, and I actually changed on the schedule last night, but some of you may not have seen it. But I feel like this would be a great review. I mean, it's a very nice set. So let's take a look more about the package. So on the front here, we got a look at Didi and Mike. These are the 2 police cars that come in the Radiator Springs, and I'll tell you about that description in a second because it's on the back. So we got some nice art also on the top here. We got the little kind of art for the To Protect and Serve short. This will be like the little postcard that appears at the beginning. It's got sheriff on the front and the badge. It kind of looks a little retro. And on the back here, of course, we have driving School Lightning McQueen, Mike 07 and Didi 05, the 2 police cars. As I said, we have the same art and on the front, on the back here as well. We got some art probably directly taken from the short. The description reads, when Sheriff takes a mandatory vacation, 2 overzealous rookies from the county take over his duties in Radiator Springs. Bent on making a good impression to score commendations, the rookies overdo every aspect of their jobs, finding crimes at every turn and turning the quiet little town into a hotbed of taped-off crime scenes. No one is safe and everyone's a suspect until Sheriff senses an imbalance and returns home to right the justice that has been served. So it seems like a great short, and get to know some new characters and stuff like that. I feel like it'd be great, as I've already said. So hopefully it does get released. On the bottom here, we see some other 2-packs that are 3-packs that are also in the case. The Tokyo Mater 3-pack, which are all re-releases, Yakuza, Dragon McQueen, and Karisu. And we have, as I said in the beginning of the video, the Dalmatian, Mia and Tia, and the Rescue Squad Ambulance from Rescue Squad Mater. So that's actually a very nice 3-pack as well, but I got all those when they were originally released, and these have never been released before, so it's a great 3-pack. There's no kind of cheating or ripping the customers off, because you get 3 new cars for $16.88, I believe, so that's a decent price. Unfortunately, I feel like it should be more around the $15 range, but it's more around the $17. So let's get this out of the package and take a closer look. Since the short is not yet aired, we don't really know how Lightning McQueen gets this student driver gear or why he is made to wear it. It's probably because he was caught speeding, and then Mike and Didi caught him and then forced him to wear this gear to make sure he was adequate enough to drive. I do believe there's a small book, a children's book on this that you could order off Amazon, but I don't believe it's too detailed. So I feel like the best way to know more about the short is just really wait for the short to be actually released. So let's get into Student Driver or Driving School Lightning McQueen. He looks very nice. I love all the details added to him. And this is a version of Lightning McQueen decals wise that he managed to get, or he became, I'm not really sure how you'd like to say it here, but he got these decals between the events of Cars 1 or Cars 2 and currently, because instead of being sponsored by the Piston Cup, Piston Cup companies or the other Piston Cup sponsors, he's now sponsored by Rusty's, the Piston Cup itself, and then all or most of the businesses in Radiator Springs are. You can also see Dynaco on there, and you got Sarge's Surplus Hut on the bottom here, Flo's VA Cafe up there, Tomaters, the Cozy Cone, and some other ones. So that's very nice that he's now sponsored by the own businesses in Radiator Springs. So you can also see a Caution Student Driver there, and it really looks cool how they did the little logo for the driver there. That looks really cool. Now you kind of see some red on there, the red kind of paint blemish. And this is one thing that I'm extremely disappointed about with the set. And I went to Walmart and saw 3 of the sets, and all of them had very bad paint blemishes, and it was just horrible. And this is the best one, and there's a few minor chips and paint blemishes and defects on these that really annoy me. I'm very upset with Mattel's quality control and how they let something like this slip by. That big red paint blemish over there, it just looks really bad. And Lightning McQueen's probably the best, and Didi and Mike have some very bad things on them, I'll point out, but I'm just kind of disappointed about that. Now, one thing that's interesting about this McQueen is his wheels. These wheels have never ever been shown before, so it's very odd. This may be something that goes along with the Student Driver McQueen, or is something new for McQueen. They do look really nice and cool, although they do kind of stand out. And I just also really love these wires on him connecting the lights. Of course, he's got the little cone, or I guess you'd say a pyramid on top of here, a rectangular pyramid. Student Driver on here, Student Driver. He's got these little arrows on the back here to signal to go around. Some more lights on there. He also has Student Driver, Danger, Stay Back. So he was really fitted with all the maximum, I guess, security things on here. There's also another paint blemish on the triangle there, on if you could see that. But I mean, overall, a very nice car. And he's got the 2 review mirrors on here, like huge review mirrors now, instead of just having the ones on the top, these big gray ones. Now, if you remember back in February, the Disney store made a 2 Protect and Serve 5-pack that had these 3, Mike, Didi, and McQueen, along with a version of Mater, which I'll show in a little bit, and a regular Sheriff. So here is what the Student Driver Disney Store version looked like. It's basically the same with the decals, just obviously the scale and coloring are a little bit different, as you can see, but basically just the same idea, same kind of wheels and stuff like that, and same sponsors. So it's very nice that they are, like, I don't know, coinciding. And it was nice that the Disney Store released their version very early, and Mattel took very long to get theirs out, unfortunately. And one thing I wanted to mention though is that this is a hollow triangle, and this one's actually filled in. I just wanted to mention that. That's a pretty main difference there. But Mattel took a long time to get their version out. I remember these coming on eBay in spring from China, and now they finally made it to the United States after hitting the United Kingdom like a month or so ago. So it's nice that they're finally hitting the store. And I just wanted to point out another version of McQueen that has the new updated logos and stuff like that. See the sponsors, and this is the last year's release of the metallic Radiator Springs McQueen. It was a Target exclusive. Also says Radiator Springs on here, and that's what it says also on this. I forgot to point it out. It says Radiator Springs on there, and the established date, which is 1939, I believe, is when Radiator Springs was established. So that's a cool logo on there. So that's basically it for Driving School Lightning McQueen. Let's move on to Didi 05, a very nice police car. I'm really looking forward to looking at the exact details of Didi here. And it's very nice because if you remember in the first Cars movie, Sheriff has these antennas on him, but he was never actually released with the antennas. He just kind of has, he doesn't really have anything on the back, unfortunately. But these police cars actually do have the antennas, and they're kind of rubbery, so you can kind of move them around. So it's nice that they added that. On the side here, you got Sheriff, Carburetor County, so that's cool. You got some gadgets on the side here. This might be a speed detector and detects on how fast a car in front is going. She's got some nice details on either side here. I'm not really sure what they actually are. Probably just some extra armor, or I'm not sure if they're guns. I actually really doubt that they're guns. On the back here, they're probably just some detectors or something. Also some things on the back that were similar to on the front here. And on the back here, you can see that it says Didi, or that's kind of like short for Didi, literally D-I-D-I, and this is just 2 D's. And on the roof, 05, because that's your number. A cool light bar on the top here. It's clear with like a little gray paint over it, so that's pretty nice. On the back here, we got our license plate, which reads County above, and then it says CC DD05, and that basically stands for Carburetor County DD05, and also another 05 DD right there. It's really nice that they add a lot of nice detail into these cars. These are probably some of the nicest cars that have been released in a long time. It also has kind of the slogan that a lot of police cars have: to protect and serve. A lot of police cars and towns have like their own slogan that says what they stand for and stuff like that. So the Carburetor County is to protect and serve. And then they got their badge up here along with another 05 DD. And there's some paint blemishes along the side here, but it's really not horrible because you can't really complain. These are just amazing cars. I mean, even you got the mouth is 3D, which looks amazing. There are barely any cars that have 3D mouths like that. So it's really cool to have Didi with a 3D mouth. Here's the Disney Store version. Basically all the same decals. There's no really change in anything. Got the review mirrors on the side here as well. I have to say Mattel does the eyes a little bit better. These eyes on Didi look very scary. Like the detail with the eyelash, it just looks really weird. And Didi also has some like lights on her visor up here, which looks cool. But yeah, basically they have the same details, which is nice. One thing that Disney Store did better, which I wish the Mattel version did, is you could see on the wheels there, it says Radial Dispatch, which and Lightyear for the Lightyear titles, Radial Dispatch, which is really cool. I'm happy that the Disney Store version has that, but unfortunately Mattel doesn't, and doesn't really have any silver in the middle of the tire there on the rim. But they are some nice bulky tires, look really cool. So both are very nice, a little bit different light bar there, but nothing really that stands out too differently. So that's basically all. Oh, also Disney Store doesn't have the antennas, so there's one thing that Mattel has up on the Disney Store. And so you may think that this model is the same as Rod Torque Redline, who was a 2011 release as the American Spy in Cars 2, but unfortunately is deceased. Now they are very similar, most likely the same model, like in real, like if they were compared in the Cars world, they probably would be the same, but as a casting they are different. You can see their little engine intakes are a little bit different sizes there, and basically it's just the size of the car that's a little bit different. You can also see Didi, it's just a bigger, like generally bigger than Rod Torque Redline, is higher up. It's probably because of the wheels, but also just a different kind of casting. I feel like Rod's a little bit longer. You could just see some differences. Here's an easy one to spot. The back fender behind the wheel, this section right here, is different than Rod Torque Redline's. It's a little bit different size and stuff like that. So I just wanted to point some differences out. They are very, very similar though, but not the same Mattel model. But as I said though, extremely similar. But he's very cool. Well, I'd love if Rod Torque Redline got re-released. That'd be very cool. So let's move on to Mike 07. So there's nothing really much that you could say about Mike, because he's basically got all the details that Didi has, only instead of having white as the main color and blue as the secondary, it's flipped, being blue is the main color and white as the secondary. So that's a pretty cool look on him. It's got to protect and serve on the opposite side that Didi had, or actually no, my bad, they have it on both sides. And the one main difference between the two is that Mike has this kind of like barrier pusher on the front here. I'm not exactly sure what it'd be called, but it's kind of supposed to resemble a mustache, because Mike is a male and Didi's female, so it's very nice. I really do like that addition because not really any Mattel cars have that little like bumper on there for any police cars or anything like that, so that's just a really cool addition. I really do like that. So there's nothing really much else to say. We'll take a look at the license plate here. CC Mike 07, so obviously Radiator County, Mike, and then 07. He's also got those logos on him and has M for his little initial there and 07 on the top. So very nice cars. I really do like his expression. It is better than the Disney Store version, which we have right here. I mean, it's not as bad as Didi's expression, but still a nice expression. And or not the best expression, I mean, and you can see the little barriers on there, so they're basically the same. Again, it would have been nice if they had a little bit more detailing on the tires, but unfortunately they don't. And that's basically all for Mike 07. A very nice release. My favorite in the pack is definitely Mike 07, and let me know in the comments section below what version or what car in this 3-pack is your favorite. Mine would have to be Mike 07. I just really like his colors and expression there. But Didi is right behind him. And then Student Driver McQueen, or as they call him, Driving School McQueen. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. And I hope you guys could find this pack if you want it. I found 3 at my Walmart after looking for it very intensively. I just haven't been able to find it, so I just kind of walked into a Walmart randomly and saw 3 of these, so that was really cool. And this is the Mater in the Disney Store 5-pack that was released. Now unfortunately Mattel did not make this, at least not yet. It's just basically a Mater covered up in the caution tape, and I do have a review on him and the others more in depth, so you can check that out in the description below or as a card suggestion up here. So it's a very nice release. I'd love it if Mattel did this because the Disney Store version is like, not the best. So it'd be great if Mattel did a version up there. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys did enjoy. And I'll see you guys on Thursday for a suggestion video. Bye now.